Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to prepare the After Effects file for animation. But before starting animation process, let's do some modifications on timeline layers to have a cleaner timeline, and also it will help us to animate objects faster and easier. So let's get started. First of all, hold the Ctrl key and click on these numbers to change the display type to show the frame numbers instead of timecode. I want to have an animation with 300 frames, so let's go to frame 299, that with frame 0 we will have 300 frames. Now press the N key to move the work area and handle to this timeline indicator position. Now right click on this narrow bar and choose Trim Comp to Work Area. Or from the menu choose Composition, Composition Settings, or press Ctrl K. And here set the duration to 300 frames. Okay, now let's select the body layer, press the P key to load the position property, and let's move it to the center of the composition in X direction. So, for the position X, enter 960, and for the position Y, enter 520. When you want to animate an object in After Effects, I recommend you to use a null object instead of adding keyframes directly to the object layer. So, from the menu choose Layer, New, Null Object. Null object is an auxiliary object which cannot be rendered in After Effects. Okay, select it, hit return key and rename it to transform. Okay, if I zoom in a little bit, here you can see the anchor point in this corner. I want to move it to the center of the null object, so press the Ctrl, Alt and Home keys. Okay, now let's change the position to, for example, enter 960 for X and 630 for Y. Okay, now I want to parent this body layer to transform layer. So activate parent and link column. And for the body layer, drag this pick whip icon over the transform layer. Now as you can see, if I move transform layer, the body layer and other layers will be moved as well. Okay, now let's make all these layers 3D. So select all of them and click on this 3D cube. And let's do the same process for these sky and circles layers. And then lock them again. Okay, now I want to create some pre-comps to make our timeline a little bit cleaner with fewer layers. So let's select this sharp highlight and body highlight, and then right click and choose pre-comp. You can think about pre-comp as a group. In fact, when we make a pre-comp from several layers, it's like that we make a group from those layers. And when we move or add some effects to that pre-comp, all layers that are inside the pre-comp will be moved, and the effects will be applied to all those layers as well. Now let's rename this pre-comp to highlights and hit OK. And make a pre-comp from this body gradient and rename it body gradient. Activate this leave all attributes and press the OK button. Okay, again layer mode is not correct for this layer, so open the body gradient pre-comp and activate mode column, and let's change it to hard light again. Okay, close the pre-comp, and now it's corrected in the main composition. Okay, activate rasterize option for highlights layer. Let's pre-comp the Windows layer as well. Rename it to Windows and leave all attributes active and press the OK button. Pre-comp the body layer as well. Let's pre-comp the wing right and wing left. And now let's move these two wing layers under the body composition to have a tidier and cleaner timeline. Okay, now activate parent and link column. And make sure all rocket layers and pre-comps are parented to the body pre-comp. It seems we need to parent this highlights pre-comp to the body pre-comp. Okay. I think it's better to make the body layer a little bit smaller, so let's change the scale value to 50%. Okay, it's better now. And finally, let's organize this project window. So let's select all these pre-comps we have created recently and make a folder of them and rename it to pre-comps. I highly recommend you to always keep your file structure and project window organized. Try to name your layers correctly and create separate folders for your pre-comps, footage, imported videos, images, and audio files. Okay, and finally we are ready to start the animation process, so don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching and see you soon.